welcome. Here we are, Iconic Radio, with you on Thursday night at 9 p.m. every week. This is Bruce Tassell, your host, and welcome to the diner. As you can see, a lot of crowd happening tonight, a lot of juicy hamburgers going out, and we're ready for a great show tonight. We got Bill Mcdonald here with me again.
Hey, how you doing, Bruce?
Very good, Bill. Always appreciate it, the opportunity to make this happen. Been kind of crazy, I got to say off the bat. Had a couple guests lined up, and they just didn't fall through. So, but as Bill says, the show must go on, and we're going to make it happen. So with that, we're going to start out with a little Aerosmith called Sweet Emotion. All right, we are back live. That was Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith. And like I said, tonight's just going to be kind of a single show, but it was a good job because I got a couple bookings for the next month, really. Next week, show will be Ed Kurlowitz, a friend of mine that comes into the cafe. Ed and I go back probably 20-some years ago. He used to play with a band called The Clocks. Bill.
Back when you were about 10 years old?
Yes. But do you remember The Clocks from Chicago? Is that an obscure name you would remember?
The Clocks?
The Clocks.
No.
Okay, well, they were a band.
I remember the Revolting Cocks.
Well, close enough, but
they
yes.
had an album called Queers and Steers. Have you heard that one? Anyway.
But he was in a band in Chicago. They were really popular. In fact, they're having a reunion show coming up in October. So that's going to be one show. Another show, Ed and I go back where we used to do art shows here back in the Whitmer McNeese days. I don't know if you remember, there used to be art studios above his shop.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and these used to be called Glue Trap Tours. And we had James Deeb, Michael Corbettis, Lynn Million, Steve Tepp, just local artists. I'll get all the names of everybody.
Wow.
But Ed used to be in a band called The Web of Lies, and it was a great band. In fact, every show they'd build a large spider web in the back of the drums, and sometimes this would be illuminated with glow-in-the-dark or lights. But it was a fantastic show.
Sounds like it.
And that's another show Ed wants to do. And then the show we're going to do next week is Ed started a new band, and he's really excited about it, and he's looking forward to it. So
very cool. With
that, we're going to go with that, and we're going to go with the little Wind Cries Mary, Mr. Jimi Hendrix. Can't Be Crossroads, Eric Clapton. And we're back here at the diner. Again, we're talking about Ed Kurlowitz. Another guest that's coming the week after him is Jimmy Lovett. And Jimmy owns Jimmy's Discount over in Elkhart.
I've been there.
Yes, he's a great guy and great stuff to go there. But Jimmy used to work for Whitmer McNeese. And Whitmer McNeese was the main music store back in the days here. It was right over in South Bend. In fact, if correct, he was the #1 Gibson dealer of Gibson guitars back in the day.
Wow.
That was where you could buy a Gibson. In fact, that's like your Gibson right up here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you buy it there? No, you bought it from a friend of yours.
Farmer's Music House.
That's right.
Yeah.
But Whitmer McNeese, there's many stories about him and all the people that work there. And Jimmy's nice enough to come in. We're going to do a couple shows, too, just going through the history of Whitmer McNeese. And as you know now, mostly the music stores are few and far between. You know, it's now Guitar Center, catalogs. But back in the day, if you had some change, you could go in there, look at a nice little SG like I'm looking at right now. And if Mac knew you had the money, he'd let you bring it down and play it.
Well, we have a couple local ones. El Vegas, Robin runs El Vegas.
Yes.
And then we have Who's Your Dad's with Dave Vogel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, over in Mishawaka off of Grape Road.
Okay, all right. And there's the new drum place out there on Portage Avenue.
Yes, my buddy Trey Gray, who I was out with last night, he works at it's a Drum Factory or something like that.
Right. But great store. In fact, Billy Sticks Nicks is one of the teachers over there.
We need to get Billy down here.
Yes, we will. And there's a gentleman that makes guitar amps there, and I will get his name too because it looked like some great stuff. So So that's two great shows. Another show, we got a gentleman that comes in by the name of Glenn. Comes into the cafe every morning at 6 o'clock for breakfast, but he used to play country music in the area.
Cool.
When country music was big, and he wants to go through a history of what it was like playing country music back here in the Mishawaka South Bend days. So, all right, we're going to go on now with a little Deep Purple, Woman from Tokyo.
Where do you go when you're looking for great food, a cold drink, and some of the best local live music? I go to the Phoenix, located on the corner of Lincoln Way and Main Street in historic downtown Mishawaka. Thursday nights, it's open jam with $2 well drinks. Friday and Saturdays, there's always live music with no cover charge. Great food, cheap drinks, excellent service. The place to be is the Phoenix.
All right, we're back on. Bill McDonald has got some important information for you. Take it away, Bill.
Well, you know, Phoenix, man, they're a great place. Historic Mishawaka, corner of Lincoln Way and Main. And tonight, if you get your ass down there, they got the open jam starting in about 5 minutes. All night long, it's Matt Webster, KJ Hammerstein, and Joe Bishop on stage. If you got a guitar, come down, sing us a song. Friday night, the Hipposonics take the stage 9:30 p.m. Not a cover charge. Saturday night, the Whistle Pigs. They're good. They're really good. And that is all no cover charge ever at the Phoenix. Also, they sponsor Radio Classics, which you hear here on XCRS Radio Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 11 p.m., which you'll hear about 90 minutes from now. And tonight, we are going to be broadcasting 2 episodes of a show that was called The Great Gildersleeve. And the first one's from October of 1941, called Pranks at School. And then at the bottom of the hour, we'll be broadcasting another episode called Water Commissioner's Water Cooler from the 1950s. So tonight, 11 o'clock, The Great Gildersleeve. Back to you, Bruce.
Well, thank you, Bill. Also, I need a big shout-out to one of the most important people for the beginning of the cafe. That is Adam Nelson. And Adam is the guy that designed the menus and all the artwork for the iconic cafe. And Adam, couldn't do it without you. In fact, Adam, you can see on the website, Iconic Cafe. He's got his promos on there, but really great stuff, and he personalizes it for you. And he does some great stuff. So please give him a shout, give me, and I'll introduce you to him. So great, Adam. So, okay, with that, we're going to go into a little Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. All right, we're back at the diner. Good to have you, Bill McDonald, with me. Bruce Tassell here on Iconic Radio. Another shout-out I want to go to is the Michiana Entertainer magazine. It's a great magazine, goes to all the bars in the area. Eddie Payton is the originator, the owner, and we were lucky enough for this issue in September to get an article in it, and it's Ups Your Dining Experience Ante, and it was written by Ralph Hybutsky, if I pronounce that right, Ralph, and it's a great article, but always Michiana Entertainer, we want to have definitely Eddie on, and Ralph too. Great interview, so always support that and the entertainment with you. So, but the cafe's been doing real good. It's been staying busy. Again, we're open midnights. We got the dart leagues and the pool leagues coming up, so we're working on specials with those.
Do you have to wear a suit, or is it you have to wear your suit when you're in the pool league?
Yes, you do have to have a Speedo. Yes.
No purple thongs.
Yeah. No only in your pool back here. You know? I saw the sign. So, hey, with that, we were going to move on to the Doors with the Little Peace Frog. All right, we're back on with Bill McDonald. Thank you, Bill. And it looks like we're starting up with a little bit more of the James Gang.
There we go. A little reprise at the end, a little surprise.
Boy, someone kicked the jukebox, and put that extra little 30 seconds on there, I tell you. But hey, back at the cafe, always appreciate it. You know, we do got some specials, tribute to some very famous people. And if you are at the cafe, it's 215 North Main Street in Mishawaka. Used to be the old Wayne's place. I remember going there in my younger days, about 3:30 in the morning, and you'd have to wait outside for about 30 minutes just to get a place to sit down. But when you did, you had instant mashed potatoes and chocolate milk, and you couldn't beat it.
And sometimes you could put your chocolate milk in your instant mashed potatoes.
Sometimes that did happen. I do have to admit that. But it's great, and that's what we try to bring back with it, just a hometown feel, and that's why we got some specials. In fact, one of them is called The Legend, and that is for Mr. Coach Al Smith, who was a wrestling football coach, teacher at Mishawaka High School. He was one of my teachers at the school, and you can't ask for a better person. And to describe that, it is a 1 pound of bacon. So when you go to Kroger's and you buy a pound of bacon, there's either 12 or 13 strips in that.
So it's just bacon?
No, it's Texas toast, grilled, and then you put the bacon on there, and then you can have either lettuce, tomato, and you put that on top, and then you put a bunch of nacho cheese over it. You cover it with nacho cheese.
Well, you know, I heard where they got the name for that cheese. There was two guys standing in line at the government cheese place, and one guy grabbed his block of cheese, and the guy behind him grabbed his, and they grabbed both of them, and they go, "Hey, man, that's nacho cheese." Anyway,
yeah, we'll have to put that on the menu.
You got the bell over there. You got the bell. There we go.
Whoa, a little soft there.
Yeah.
There
we go.
Now we go. But yeah, that's a tribute to Al Smith, so try one of those.
Wow.
Also, we got the Fast Eddie, which is a good friend of mine, Mr. Ed Blasco, from way back in the days of Battelle Park. And that is a mini-size pork tenderloin, mini football size, about the size of your head. And again, you cut that, double it up, put it with Texas toast, and just off the grill, it is fantastic. And we're working on the Bart Pounder. That is the Coach Bart Curtis, and he runs a wishbone offense in Mishawaka High School, and when that thing is on, it pounds people. And that is a pound of hamburger. And we haven't found buns big enough to fit it yet, but we're working on that. So,
well, you know, like Craig the bartender says up at Rocks, make sure you have your cardiologist on speed dial.
Yes, and that is true with the cafe. I remember when I first got it, I wanted to go real lean hamburger. You know, 80-20 Angus. The customers were complaining because they weren't picking it up and grease dripping down on the plates. And, you know, as a businessman, as you know, you have to listen to your clientele. So,
give the people what they want.
And they want it, and we try to serve the best. So when you get a chance, come on down to the cafe. In fact, we're going to have XERS playing live, throughout the day on the show once we get up with the internet radio. So,
yeah, we got a good steady stream here. We changed our platform, internet platform, and you shouldn't be hearing any more. You shouldn't be hearing any more buffering or anything. So we'll have a good steady stream, like the proctologist likes. Good steady stream, and then if you've got a good connection down there, Bruce, we'll be streaming XCRS live 24/7.
Yeah, but it'll be great. Well, hey, I'm going to get my throat back, or we're going to fade into a little Jethro Tull locomotive breath.
This is the coffee pot at work. Listen to it perk. Look at the coffee as it gets darker and stronger. Smell the honest coffee smell. Ah, smell it. But will this cup of coffee taste as good as it smells? You bet it will, because it's Maxwell House, the coffee that tastes as good as it smells every time. Maxwell House coffee tastes as good as it smells every time. If you like to look at good coffee, listen to good coffee, smell good coffee, and taste good coffee, brew Maxwell House, the coffee that tastes as good as it smells every time. Maxwell House is good to the last drop. It tastes as good as it smells every time. Maxwell House.
All right, we're back on the air. Getting close. We've been here about 50 minutes.
Yeah, we only got about 10 minutes left, dude.
I know, Bill. Always appreciated being down here. It's been great. The cafe has been busy. It's been great having you.
I love the Eggs Benedict, man. I don't know that Benedict Arnold, he's got it going on. Don't forget, in 1 hour at 11 o'clock, Radio Classics, The Great Gildersleeve, brought to you by the Phoenix at 11.
Oh, fantastic. And the Phoenix, too, this weekend. Who do they got playing?
The Phoenix this weekend. Hipposonics tomorrow night, Whistle Pigs on Saturday. And we also want to talk about Five Star Dive Bar. Friday night, Sam Goody on stage, if you like that 80s funk, the rap. Saturday night's The Recent with my buddies Matt Sweet and Craig Turner. Saturday night, The Recent. And then Saturday night at Rocks, they have the Jerry Ophonics at Rocks, caddy corner from the Phoenix, right up the street from the iconic cafe.
Sweet. In fact, we're going to have Rich from the Phoenix on here one of these times. We just got to pin him down and get him up here. So.
He's a shy guy.
He sure is. And with that, we're going to go to one of my favorites, Love and Rockets, So Alive.
Hey, we're back here in the diner, and it's getting still kind of busy down here. Get on down to the iconic cafe, grab some grub. That was So Alive by Love and Rockets. And we're just finishing up here. I want to mention Jess Strons and Von Strons. If you're listening out in South Carolina, they're going to be there the 26th. But tomorrow night they're going to be in Sonoya, Georgia at SGSC. Tomorrow night, Jekyll Brewing, Atlanta, Georgia. The 26th, The Farm, Taylor, South Carolina. They need bookings. West Virginia, the 27th. Pennsylvania, the 28th. Ohio, the 29th. They need to have a place to get booked. Find her on Facebook, Jess Strantz, Strantz. They will change your life. You need to listen to Jess Strantz and Von Strantz. They're great. Anyway, back to you, Bruce.
All right, thank you, Bill. Also, I want to say very much thank you to Brenda, who is the partner at the Iconic Cafe and is the master cook. She makes fantastic specials, and more importantly, she makes you feel just like you're a wanted guest when you come in. She really makes the cafe special. So a good shout out to you, Brenda. And we're getting close. One song I want to finish up with is one I used to dance to at the jukebox at the YMCA way back in the days. That is Rare Earth, I Just Want to Celebrate. And before we go there, again, next week we will have Ed Kerlowitz on. And it'll be great to have him. And then Jimmy Lovett will be after that the week after. Of course, we'll be on Facebook. Check us out at Iconic Cafe and see all the specials and everything going. And also at XERS Radio.
And don't forget, tomorrow night, the cheap seats. I will be on with Steve Dieterman. Steve Willis is taking the night off. We'll be discussing everything baseball, football. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, the cheap seats, Dieterman and myself.
All right. Thank you, Bill. And with that, let's go with I Just Want to Celebrate.